You're live. Hi, everyone.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Hopefully they can hear us. There we go. Probably a glitch. Oh, see, say hi to. Oh, we can hear you.
You hear us?
Yay!
Almost Homestead. All right. Yeah.
We've never gone live before.
Yeah, this is our first time, so bear with us.
This is all new. The whole screen is new. And so, oh my goodness. Hi, everyone.
What's happening, everybody?
Wow, there's so many people. I thought I was worried we were going to be the only ones here tonight.
All right, what do we have here? Ruby P.
The Barefoot Mama.
Twin Cedar Farms, Heirloom Permaculture. What's happening? How's everybody doing today? All right. Grandpa Jones.
Oh, Grandpa Jones. Yay. We're just going to take the next like 2 minutes to say hi to as many people as we can.
By the way, Lorraine was clean house today, expecting all of you to come over. Like actually come over.
I told him, I feel like a bunch of people are coming over today, so I feel like I really need to clean the house.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, 20,000. That's I didn't think that would happen. We have a list of questions that we printed out that people were asking us. And then we're just gonna kind of go through the questions, and even if you have any other questions on here, go ahead and shoot them on here. And we have a couple moderators out there, Farm Life Outfitters, Michelle and Rachel from 1870s Homestead. Thank you guys for being our moderators. And yeah, let's just start it.
If I'm squinting, it's because I'm reading the comments and I need glasses and I can't see. So that's what I'm.
Oh, we got new shirts.
Yeah. We're matching.
This is our first live out in the country. How's it going? This is our first live. So yeah, I'm not sure how to act.
We don't know what to do. We don't know what we're doing here.
All right. Yeah, let's just go through some questions that you guys had.
Let's go through the questions that we asked. Send us your questions, and then we got some questions on Instagram. We got some questions on Facebook, and then on a previous video that we did. So we can go through some of those first, and then we can start to go through, take any live questions.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way.
Let's do that. All right.
Should we tell people where we got our shirts?
Yeah, we're Farm Life Outfitters just put a link to Bonfire where you guys can purchase these shirts. And it's only a limited time. There's only like a limited number of these. We need to sell at least 5 of them in order to have them printed and sent out. So
there is a kid's shirt. Penelope was wearing it today, and unfortunately I didn't take a picture of her. But yeah, there's kid shirts, and we chose the colors for this like winter season, and then if it does well, maybe we can choose some summer colors for another round in the summertime.
Hi, Mom. I know you're there. all our family from California.
Hey, it's 6 o'clock over there. It's like past my bedtime here.
All right.
What was the number one question we got?
Number one question is getting any new farm animals.
Hey, Priscilla.
Everyone wants to know if we're getting new animals. Because currently we have about 8 egg-layer chickens, and we do our own pasture meat birds in the spring, summertime. And then we have a garden. So first of all, we're not used to other animals besides chickens. And so I think as long as we're here at this property, we want to be more efficient raising chickens for meat, for pasture raised chickens. We want to be more efficient at that. And we have our egg layers, and we want to be more efficient with our vegetable garden. And so I don't think we're ready for more animals. And I think if we eventually move from this property, maybe we'll probably get more animals other than chickens. But for now, I think I just want to be super efficient at raising pasture chickens in our garden. Right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we don't want to get in over our heads. And I mean, all of these animals are great. And we have other homesteader neighbors and friends who have animals, and we get to enjoy their animals on their farm and then come back here and manage what we have in a manageable situation. So I think just sticking with what we know we can do on our 1.5 acre property and then kind of grow slowly.
Yeah. And I think what's great about this community that we're in is like, we don't have to have, say, a milk cow or raise beef or something like that, because we know somebody who has those things. And so we do a lot of bartering. We raise our own pastured meat birds, and we barter for some lamb or some pork or some milk. And I think that's what's great about the homesteading community. If you have one, like, you could just barter and just share.
Somebody said Penelope needs a bunny. We have bunnies on our yard. Yeah. They're wild bunnies. Yeah, she does. She needs a dog. I would like to get a dog, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a dog.
It's gonna happen anytime.
Okay, let's see. What's on the question? How big do you want your garden to be this year? So currently it's in past 2 years, well, since we lived here, it's been about 1,200 square feet. I think it's going to be a little bit bigger this year, hopefully to expand that a little bit. And I think we should, and as far as like I said, I just want to be more efficient at growing our own food and really pay attention to like when to replant, like carrots, like what was it? Plant every
2 weeks.
2 weeks with carrots. No. Have you considered any meat rabbits? No.
We have friends who do.
Yeah.
Who do meat rabbits.
I mean, I've heard great things about them.
And we could just barter with them.
I've heard they're easier than chickens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to do chickens, I guess.
How do you scroll down from there? Somebody asked something I wanted to.
Yeah, we're just scrolling through here.
Sorry, there's so many comments. I don't know what happened there.
Elk and Anchor Homestead. How's it going, guys?
Honey Tree Farm. You got to come out here.
We're just outside of Asheville.
My brother is here. So nice to see everyone from California saying hello. Hi, Leslie, my mom. Has Penelope adjusted to the East Coast, or does she miss California? She's adjusted.
Yeah.
She's adjusted. Like she loves it here. She misses everybody from California, but this is her life. Like this is her life as she knows it. I mean, we moved out here when she was 4. So.
Yeah.
All right, Leslie, we're trading.
Here's a question. What is the story of your house? Love what you've done. And is this your forever home and property? Story of our house. Well, we live in a mobile home. This mobile home was already here on this property It was, nobody ever did anything with it. It just it always been here, and nobody fixed it up or anything. I think it was just pretty much standard how they come, and so
it was old.
Yeah, and we came in and we updated it all. We still haven't done anything to the outside of it, mostly all inside. And is this our forever property and forever home? No. We never thought of it as our forever home. I think we just always thought of it as
this is where we're at right now.
Yeah, just where we're at, and like just to kind of get us going, just to kind of get our feet wet, and homesteading and getting out here and just starting. We wanted to start. And this was a quick way for us that we felt that we could do that. Let's see.
Sorry, the screen is really tiny, so I'm trying to read.
Yeah, I think we like we love North Carolina. Mm-hmm. We like the area.
We like the community.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't stay here. But that brings us to our next question. What do we love about North Carolina?
Can I say what I love about North Carolina? I have to say all the things that we looked for when we were moving from California, we found them here. And that's what I love about North Carolina is the community. There's so many different communities that we're involved in. Our church community, our homeschooling community, our homesteading community, the artist community at the shop that Jason has his stuff at, just so many other communities that we're involved in, and everyone is just so great. And the weather here is great. Like the winters are mild, even though to us we're like, oh my goodness, we're freezing. But but
there's no extremes.
It's not extreme. Yeah, it's not bad. The ticks are a little scary. I still haven't gotten used to the ticks. Like I'm very fearful of ticks. Snakes, they're everywhere, but the ticks, I feel like I thought I had one on me in the shower this morning, but I was like that can't be a tick. I think it was just like a piece of something. Anyhow. So yeah, that's what we love about North Carolina. Do you want to say what you?
Yeah, just a community, really. That's what we fell in love with when we first moved, was the community. It's awesome. What else we got?
Someone asked me on Instagram, Shira, do I have a favorite herbal tea blend? I don't have like a package of tea. Mostly we buy like loose tea, and my favorite tea, I have two favorite teas, is chamomile tea and reishi mushroom tea. Those two are my favorites. They're very relaxing, and I feel like I need to be relaxed. So I drink that very often. So sometimes I'll even combine them together with chamomile and reishi together just to be like super chill, which I've had like a couple glasses today. So see how that
super
goes.
Chill.
Super chill. This is me, super chill. Needed a couple more glasses.
The Crocker Homestead, do you plan on adding onto your garden shed? Yeah, I think so. I think I was already kind of planning that as I was building it, thinking like it needs to be more.
Skeetos. Corey says, eat lots of garlic, ticks, and mosquitoes. We're from California.
Let's do another question here.
Priscilla says holy basil tea. I do like holy basil tea. Yeah. I have like jars full of like different herbs that we mix together for certain medicinal purposes.
I'm drinking jasmine green tea right now.
Jasmine tea.
Or jasmine tea. Let's see.
Aren't the best there, but I'm glad you're doing. I haven't had any problems with the homeschool laws out in the country. We haven't run into any bad homeschool laws. But yeah, I haven't really lived too many places elsewhere. So
So I have another question here. I would love to know if there's anything you wish you would given more priority to right after the move. So I think, and then also, what order did you guys prioritize things, and would you rearrange any of that if you could? So I think for us, when we first moved here, we've been here it's been 3 years. Mm-hmm. It'd be 3 years in April. Mm-hmm. And I think our priority was to grow food. Like, our priority was the land first. Initial priority was to
get seeds in the ground.
Get seeds in the ground. We want to grow our own food. We want to raise chickens. We want to get it going. And once we moved here, we realized, okay, maybe we should fix up the mobile home first.
Yeah, make it livable.
Yeah, make it a little bit more livable, a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. But I remember when we first moved in here, and he was working on putting the new flooring in. He was just like, I want to get outside. Like, get me outside. I don't want to be in here painting or putting flooring in. But I know that was hard, but for you, I mean,
oh yeah,
it's done. So now we can be outside. 1870s Homestead asked a question that, I don't know if you can scroll up. She said, are you going to go anywhere in the summertime? It was so good. Scroll up.
Or do we have any events this summer that your followers might meet you at?
I know that we're planning a meetup with some other YouTubers, but we haven't set a date or.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't picked a time and place.
Well, we're going to the Baker Creek.
We are going to the Baker Creek Seed Festival in May.
Yes, it's in May. So Baker Creek, we're going to go to the Baker Creek Festival that they're having, road trip.
And we'll be at the Homesteaders of America conference.
Homesteaders of America.
In, what is that, no, October?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be there.
And then I'm talking in a couple weeks in Asheville. I'm teaching a class at the Organic Grower School. I don't know if any of you all are nearby. I'll be teaching 2 days at the Organic Grower School on how to share and monetize what you're doing, your homestead, your farm. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that should be fun. Maybe I'll meet some of you guys there. Let's see, Goldshaw Farm. How are you doing?
Homesteaders of America conference. We really enjoyed that. If you really want to go, I'm reading Barefoot Mama's comment. I would really put that on your priorities list, because the community there was awesome to see, just like everyone come together, and everyone's friends. Everyone's friends with each other, and like everyone's so friendly. And everyone's just there to learn and have a good time. It was this sense of like, we all are. That was a really big lightning. If our power goes out.
Yeah, it's been crazy rainy here and lightning. So I hope the power doesn't go out.
She's fine. Anyhow, so the community there is great. Everyone has this really great sense of we belong together. We're all doing the same thing together, and everyone's in a really good mood. So it's a good time.
Yeah, that was a loud piece of thunder.
Yeah. Let's see. The Piddling Homesteader commented on my Instagram stories and asked, what was the hardest part of leaving California? The hardest part was leaving our family. And we're so far away. So that was the hardest part. And that still continues to be the hardest part for us, even for Penelope, is just being so far away from family. We miss our family. We're really close to our family members. They were like our best friends, and we hung out with them all the time. And we did life together with them. And so moving here and then, watching their kids grow up, you know, and then knowing that our daughter's growing up, you know, kind of getting taller and those kinds of things. It's hard to be away from that, you know, by distance. It's hard. So that was the hardest part of leaving California.
Yeah.
And the sunshine is always nice. I'm saying that because it's wintertime. Tell your family to move out to North Carolina. I've been telling them about that.
Yeah, they visit us all the time, and they love it here. I don't know. It's hard not to love. We do have Cracker Homestead asked, do you plan on having fruit trees? That was another question here. We do have a few apple trees that we planted that haven't produced anything.
But they were young, so they're still.
Yeah, they're still new, I guess.
Yeah.
But
we had a fig tree, but it died.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what happened to that. We have elderberry that's growing, and then we have wild blackberry bushes, and then we have blueberry plants that we planted. So I mean, we're planting things that's just really young. We've got them as really small plants, so they're growing.
What else we got here?
Cynthia asked from Instagram what my favorite soup is. He's laughing because I cook soup all the time. Yeah. It's not really his favorite.
Soup's good.
My favorite soup to make is clean out the fridge soup. Like when you just like, everything's like you have a little bit of this and a little bit of that and you pour it all in one pot and it makes a fantastic soup. But my favorite soup to eat would probably be something with like sweet potato or something in it. Anything. I like soup. I could eat soup all year round. So I hope that answers your question. We eat a lot of soups here because we have a lot of bone broth. We have so much bone broth. And so I'm like, it's soup night. We have to do soup night because we're, you know, up to our ears in bone broth. So if you want to answer one of the questions.
Let's see. Let me see. Farm Life Outfitters. They asked most rewarding thing about leaving the 9-to-5 job.
Sorry to interrupt you really quick. Sunshine Farm, curried butternut squash soup. Yes, that's my favorite. You just answered my question. That's my favorite. I love anything curried, butternut squash or sweet potato. So sorry, you were saying?
No, Farm Life Outfitters asks, what's the most rewarding thing about leaving the 9-to-5 job? I would say I make my own schedule, which is also the hardest thing to figure out, is trying not to be overwhelmed, trying to stay focused and not, with so many things going on that we do, just finding time to do it all and like schedule everything right. Especially with spring and summer coming up, it's just going to get more busy. And, but I'm super thankful for it all. I mean, I think it beats staying in an office in which I definitely was comfortable with that I left when we moved here. So yeah, it's just making my own schedule and being more here with the family.
So Amanda asks, our friend Amanda, she asks, do we have a guilty pleasure? We laughed at that one for a long time. We were like, no, we don't. Because we were thinking like food or something. No, we stick to our healthy food. But I think after a while, we kept thinking about it all day long. And we came up with, yes, we do have one guilty pleasure. And that is thrift stores and vintage clothes.
Yeah.
Like we like every time we drive by a thrift store, well, not really a thrift store, like a vintage store or like a vintage clothing store, we give each other that look. And we're like,
should we stop?
That's our old past life that we left in California. Like we we love vintage clothes and like antique store shopping too, but we know our house is like really tiny, so we have to be really careful what we allow into our house. But we do love
thrift stores. Like when we get a chance, we'll hit up a Goodwill.
Yes, and then we have to stop ourselves because we could just like load up on
garage sales too.
Yeah, we talk all the time like, oh, we're minimalist, blah blah blah. But at heart, I think that's our guilty pleasure. Is like we would love to just hoard all of the vintage clothes. For me, it's like clothes. I think for you, it's like records or mid-century modern furniture or something.
That's a guilty pleasure, right?
A guilty pleasure. It's like, yeah. So good question, Amanda. We almost didn't. We almost didn't answer that one.
Here's another one: is do I have a background in woodworking or am I self-taught? Self-taught. I think I first really got into it probably about maybe about 7 years ago. Into woodworking, I really like it. I had this old bench that used to be my mom's, and I wanted to fix it up, and I just got frustrated because I didn't have any tools, and so I went out and bought some tools, and I just figured it out, and then I just kind of like snowballed from there, and just I took some classes on. It was basically a class to let you. It was a local high school. They let people use their tools, and you could just ask questions to the teacher and just kind of do what you want, but be able to use their tools, which was awesome. And so I got to be more familiar with tools and like how to make stuff, how to build stuff. And then it just kind of evolved from there. And I'm still learning how to do woodworking, and I just learned to really love it. And go ahead.
No, I was going to change the subject.
Oh, go ahead.
I can't read that far. Stivers, is it Stivers Homestead or Stivers Homestead? They want to know what homeschool curriculum do we use. We use Ambleside Online. That is, it's a Charlotte Mason based curriculum. I was tempted to say that we don't use a curriculum because it's not really a curriculum. It's like the Charlotte Mason method for our homeschool. If you haven't heard about it, I recommend you just look it up. So it's more of like a philosophy, and Ambleside Online is like a free curriculum. It's more like a schedule and recommendations, like literature recommendations that we follow, and we're not buying like boxed curriculum or anything like that. So, and it's working really well. We really like it. It's a beautiful, beautiful homeschool method that we follow. I'm really excited about that.
What else you got? Micro farm starter. Do you want to build a schoolie conversion for your family?
For travel.
For travel, yeah, that would be cool. I often think about that. Maybe for like, treat it as like an RV and maybe just for traveling if that ever happens. Yeah, I would be open to that. Something small though, not one of the big school buses, but something a little bit compact. I really like those.
So Sunshine Farm wants to know, I love your name. How did you come up with that? Sow the Land. Well, when we were in California and we knew we were moving here, and we knew he wasn't going to have a job, but my past experience is with in the fashion industry. That's the career I left.
Hold on, Lady Laura Lynn.
Leslie.
That's Leslie. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. What was I saying? We left California. So we knew I left my career. He was leaving his career, and we were coming here with like no job waiting. So we knew we had to brand ourselves and kind of come up with a website and come up with a name of our website that kind of just best described us. And plus we knew he was going to be selling woodworking. We knew I was going to sell my apothecary. We didn't know anything about YouTube. We had like no idea about that. But so in California, I remember we were like sitting on our bed and we were kind of just tossing names around, and we were like, well, we could just call it our name, because we were trying to create an Instagram account. And we really liked the name with Pilgrim. We liked that name, but we couldn't figure out anything we couldn't figure out like a catchy thing. Then I think one day, I forget which one of us, we were arguing the other day which one of us came up with it. And I was like, I totally did. And he was like, no, I did. But well, one of us did. So anyhow, we started out with SEW, Sow the Land. And because we were like, well, you know, what is our mission? We're going there to kind of like repair the land and to like, you know, sow the land, like, and we kind of thought, oh, sow the land with SEW, because my background was in fashion. And so we were like, that's really neat.
It was just a play on words between SE, because she had a background in fashion. She was in the fashion industry, in the land. And so it was kind of play on words. Sow
the land. And then so when we came out here, we were Sow the Land with SEW. And then we started having, like, we were going to booths, or we were having booths. We were going to market with our woodworking, and people were like, well, what do you sew? So it got confusing. So we changed it to SOW.
Yeah. People started to ask us like, what clothes do we sew?
I sew my own clothes.
I think it kind of got confused. Maybe it started to get confusing for some people, and we're just, you know, I felt like it limited us on other things that we would like to do with the name Sow the Land. And so I figured, let's just leave it how it should be and not be so playful like that, or, you know, SEW. So we changed it to SOW to, I guess, have more, you could put it on more things, more opportunities. So that's really why we changed it.
Hi, Gavin. Hi, Gwen. Someone wants to know what kind of boots you wear.
Oh, what kind of boots? Red Wing, heritage Red Wing boots, all the way, 100%. I love the Red Wings.
And Penelope really likes getting together with Dad and shining his boots.
Yeah, she loves to shine my boots. Yeah, you know what? When I first changed the name from SEW to SOW, I really didn't like make it known, like, hey, we're changing our name. I just did it in a video, and I thought no one's gonna know. I forget how many subscribers we had at the time, but it didn't seem very many, and I was like, no one's gonna know that we changed our name. But as soon as I did that, like, a lot of questions. Everyone was contacting me, hey, how come we changed our name? What happened? So I guess everyone knew.
Sawdust in the pants cuffs from Woodworking. Oh, Smallwood, you know this
Sawdust
problem.
Pants from Woodworking. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I always empty my cuffs in the house for some reason. I don't know.
Yes, in the bathroom. Leaves a trail. Yeah. That person must be a woodworker too.
Yeah. 1870s. Yes. We pay attention, Jason. Yes. That's good.
What's another question? Right. I'm sure there's lots of questions in there, but they're getting like buried in the feed. You can see.
Okay, let's see. Here's a question. How did you embrace minimalism? How has it changed your life from before? Well, minimalism, I think that's a constant battle, like we're constantly trying to remind ourselves to, we don't need to buy that. Right.
Yes. I think what helps too is our mobile home is a tiny house, like, well, in comparison to most standard American houses, it's a tinier house. So we can't really fit a whole lot into here. And plus we like a very clean look. So when things start to sit here and there and here and there, I start to feel like the walls are closing in and I can get really grouchy. And so I try to like, everything has a home and everything gets put away. And then if we bring in more things into our house, nothing will have a home and nothing will get put away. And then mama will be grouchy. So we don't want that. So, so I guess having a smaller home helps. But how did we embrace minimalism? I guess it's just more of a look that we're going for. Like, you know, if you notice how people decorate their homes, they might have like a shabby chic look or a, you know, minimalist look or
I think we just got used to, we like just like a really clean, minimal look.
Yeah, we lived near Palm Springs when we lived in California, and we would go visit. And some of the, you know, the homes out there, there's like the whole mid-century modern homes out there, and that's a very like close to a very minimalistic look, just very clean and not a lot of clutter. Which I'm looking around my house right now, I'm like, a lot of clutter, but it's nighttime.
But you know, it's a work in progress. I feel like we've come a long way.
Yeah.
We used to collect a lot of things and just store a lot of things and just stuff that we thought that was cool. Like we'd go to a Goodwill or an antique store and we saw, oh, that looks cool, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna start collecting bottle openers and I'm gonna start collecting vintage bathing suits. And I had like a whole closet full of vintage bathing. I think I'm gonna start collecting hats. And so we would collect all those things. And so when we left California, we left a lot behind. It was hard, but I feel like we don't miss it now. Sometimes we'll be like, oh, remember that cool thing that we used to have? Yeah. But it's fine. We'll be fine.
Now we pretty much know, I think, if we need it or if we want it.
Yes. That's the question to ask is like, do we need it or do we really want it?
Yeah. That's it. What do we got here? Tell us about your frog lamp.
Is it this?
No.
Frog lamp.
All right. What else we got here? Hi from Italy. Hector. Wow.
Oh, wow. Hello. Vintage bathing suits are so cool. Yes, I had a lot of vintage everything just to collect. It's so hard to say no when you're in those places. Like this is a piece of time that you're holding, and this has a story, and then you would take it home and you would be like, I wonder what the story was. I wonder who the person was that owned this and wore it. And where did they go? And what conversations did they have? But now we can say that and like just look at it in the store and not take it home and do that.
Let's see.
What's your favorite hiking spot in North Carolina?
Ooh, hiking spot. I'm still trying to learn hiking spots. What's a good hiking spot? Anna.
Hey, Mom. Thank you. What's a good hiking spot? Someone needs to take this guy out.
Yes, take me. If you're
a trail runner or if you are a hiker that hikes all the time.
Yeah, I need a local to take me because I really don't know. I mean, I go off the Blue Ridge Park. I mean, you could go anywhere and just pull over and just start hiking or start running on a trail. But I don't know if I've really Linville Gorge. Yes, we got to go 100 Tree Farm. We do have to go. Like we went to DuPont Forest. It's like all these waterfalls. It's like a loop of waterfalls.
That was the 3 waterfalls. Yeah.
We're still trying to learn the area.
I know we're like 3 years in, and I feel like we still use Google Maps to get to sometimes the grocery store. I know we're ridiculous. I know, but I it's different out here. I feel like if you ever lived in California, it's like on this grid, and everywhere is straight, and everywhere is like, it's like on a grid. And then the stoplights are on these like secure poles. When you move out here to North Carolina, the stoplights are on these little dangly strings, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's gonna like blow away or fall down or something. And the roads are like windy, and like they take you this way and that way, so you're not really going north or south. It's just like you're going like that. So we're still trying to figure out which direction we'll go.
So I have another question. Let's see. Curious. Okay, what final breaking point or comfort level was there before you left, or did you just say enough is enough and just leave, like our California, and move here? And also they're wondering if we were both on board, or how we both got on board at the same time and just made the move. So we didn't just like one day say we're leaving.
Yeah.
Let's sell our stuff. We're out of here.
We talked about it for a long time.
We talked about it. We prayed about it. Like, we really struggled with it.
And then we doubted ourselves, and then we were like, nope, we're not moving. And then we were like, okay, the next day we'd be like, okay, well, maybe we can make this work. And then the next day we were like, no, this is a crazy idea. So we went back and forth on it. But I don't think there was like one breaking point. I think it was like we talked about it, and then we were like, well, what would the steps look like in order to make this move? And so we laid it out. We were like, well, we would need to sell our house. So, but let's call a realtor and see how much our house is worth. So we took the steps. So we laid out the steps, and we took the steps just to see. It wouldn't hurt to like put our house on the market. And then we did, and then it sold, and we were like, oh, wow. So I think it was just one step after another of like constantly pursuing this idea.
I think constantly talking about it. Like, we didn't stop talking about it. And I think that's key, right? Like, just keep on, if that's a dream that you have, I think you just need to keep on talking about it. Even, write it down.
Write it down. We wrote it
on
down.
the wall in bright letters.
We didn't do that.
We did not do that. But, it's the same thing as talking about it.
Yeah.
Just like write it down, and that's the goal. Like, keep talking about it, and work your way slowly every day, work your way towards that goal. So, and I don't know how we both became, became passionate about it. Like, we both came on board, and it wasn't like I was into it and she wasn't. It was both of us, right?
Yeah. I mean, it started, he talks about this all the time in our videos of like how we would talk about wanting to grow our own food. But then I think at that same time, there was a lot of things that came into play. And I think at the same time, there was a show, we did watch TV back in the day, called Alaska, The Last Frontier. And we were like, wow, these people are like so cool. Like, they live out in the wild, and they're homesteading, and they're canning, and they're growing their own food. We just thought they were so cool. I mean, we probably saw like maybe 5 videos, and we didn't watch a whole lot, but I think there was just like little things like that kind of inspired both of us. And we both knew that growing our own food was a priority. So we knew we couldn't really do it in California, because in our minds, we were like, well, and then we can have a milk cow, and then we can raise our own pastured beef. And then now that we're here, we're like, we see reality in our limits. But yeah, I think, I don't know how we both became on board. It was just little things and a constant conversation with each other, like sharing our dreams and thoughts. I mean, sometimes it wasn't always like, oh, no, we can't do that. But that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Somebody had asked, out in the country, Lorraine, what did you do in the fashion industry? I was fabric research and development. So I was in the design department, but I wasn't one of the designers. Even though we all sat and we had meetings together, but I worked in fabric. So if there was a print, a printed fabric, I would help develop that. And then I would also meet with different mill owners from different parts of the world, different countries, and then they would come and show us their collections, and we would select different fabrics for the future season, and then purchase those and make a collection out of just different fabrications that we saw. So that's what I did.
Corey asks, what made you start a YouTube channel? Wow, Heirloom Permaculture. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You.
So what made you start a YouTube channel? Well, initially, it was really to keep our family back in California updated on what we were doing. Because we would get a lot of messages, a lot of phone calls from our family and friends asking, hey, how's it like out there? How's Penelope doing? What are you guys growing? How's the weather? And at first I started to just film with my my phone and sending out an email to 10 different people. And that got kind of old after a while. And so I thought, why not just start a YouTube channel? I can just post it on there and they could watch it whenever they can. And then next thing I know, we started doing that. And then just other people started finding us and following us. And then here we are doing a live.
I know. Hello from Kuwait, Bint Lula. Good morning.
What else we got here? Someone asked, they're trying to start up a small sustainable farm / homestead. They're 46 years old. They still do small jobs here and there. And he was wondering, how long does it take to be able to be 100% up and running, able to make some profit? You sell eggs and produce. I think, yeah, it's a lot of work to able to be 100% up. I think it takes time. Everyone's situation is differently. And then from, the people that we've talked to and the people that we've known, I've done videos with market gardeners, small scale farmers, and a lot of these people still have a part-time job. They're still trying to live their passions by growing food and selling it at farmers market, CSAs. And I think my answer to that is it's going to take as long as it needs to. Like it can be a couple of years. It could be 4.
There's no formula.
I just think it's just always that being consistent and just keep at it. And I think if you're super passionate about something, it could happen. Like you could be farming, you could be doing it. So I don't think there's some wait time to do that. I think it's just a matter of patience and consistency.
Who in the homesteading community did you meet first? Who in the homesteading, QBI Faith wants to know, who in the homesteading community did you meet first? It would have to be Kenny from Taravan.
Yeah, Kenny and Burl from Kenny lives I work with him on the buses now in Taravan.
Yeah.
They're homesteading.
Yeah. And Beryl does, she has a farm sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we met them first. Actually, they were from Los Angeles.
Yep.
And so I knew her when we knew them when they lived out there. And then all of a sudden they were just like, we're moving to North Carolina. And we saw their pictures on Instagram. We were like, wow, we should go visit them. So we went to visit them and they had a potluck and we met other people who were like doing the homesteading thing. And some, a friend of ours had a tiny home, and actually 2 of the people living off grid. We were just like, these are our people. The community here is great. Good night, Leslie. So.
I started building buses because I met Jeff. He wanted to start Blue Ridge.
I think it's, sorry, Sunshine Farm wants to know what the name of it is. I think it's called Wild Heart. You can look her up on Instagram. I think it's called Wild Heart.
Yeah. I just met Jeff at a potluck, and I started Blue Ridge Conversions with him. Let's see what else we have here.
What's the timeline for moving? Donald wants to know what's the timeline for moving to our next place. We have no timeline. we have no
timeline.
No timeline. I think it's Sunshine Farms. I think it's just Wild Heart Farm and Sanctuary. I think her Instagram tag is wildheart.nc. That should be it. But yeah.
Natalie, hey, it's a good life. How are you? I hear you're moving.
No, we're not moving. We're not moving.
Let's see.
You guys are night owls.
I think.
Night owls. Who's got some more questions for us? Sorry if we missed a question that was up higher. You can scroll up, I guess. Hi, Robert. I'm with you. It's past my bedtime. I know. What time do you guys all go to sleep? I want to hear what the average time is that you guys all go to sleep. I'm usually in bed by now.
Here's a question. Scariest part about upending your family and moving across the country. The whole thing is scary. But the way we did it is we just quit our job and left, and I didn't have a job waiting when we moved here. I didn't look for a job. So that's scary. That's, we have to have a lot of faith there. Mm-hmm. Huge leap of faith right there. Just to quit your job and leave. Of course, we had some savings, which helped a ton, but still, I didn't know how work was going to be here. I didn't know if I was going to find anything. I mean, that's scary. So for us, that was the scariest thing. Hopefully that we could make it work. Hopefully we could find some work. Hopefully it would all work out.
So Crystal wants to know, what vegetable are you most excited to grow this year?
I don't know.
I get excited about, last year I got excited when I discovered I could grow onions. Onions grow really well here. So we grew onions, we harvested them, they did great. Garlic is always fun to grow too. And then I replanted and the bugs ate them. So then I got really discouraged. But I've already planted onions I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and they're sprouting and they look great. And so I'm excited to grow onions. That sounds weird, but onions, yeah. I mean,
onions, we love growing garlic. So we have garlic growing right now.
Yeah, garlic growing right now. I grew Christmas lima beans last year and they were so beautiful. They grew in these little pods, and then you let the pods die out, and then you open these dried up crispy pods, and there were these beautiful red and white lima beans in there, and they didn't taste all that great, but I mean, they were okay. And we cooked them like a dried bean. So we soaked them and then cooked them, but I think you could probably eat them raw. Not raw, but at a young and tender state. But yeah, the Christmas lima beans were so beautiful. So lima beans, onions, everything.
Kale.
I'm excited to put it away. I feel like I want to be more efficient with that. And I was last year more so than the year before, but I want to be more efficient this year with like preserving and freezing. I did like freezing.
Thanks, Heirloom Permaculture. Thanks for stopping by. Good night.
Yeah, good night. What kind of speakers are in your new records rack?
What kind of speakers are in my new records rack? I actually don't know what they are. They're probably from the early 70s speakers. They were given to me at a long time ago. I don't know what kind they are, but I really liked them, and they weren't working when I first got them, and I switched out the speakers on them, and now they work really good.
Someone posted they want to do garlic someday. It's really easy to do garlic. We did a couple videos on garlic.
Yeah.
It's so easy. And the good thing is you don't have to have a lot of land. You don't have to have acres and acres or even like a huge backyard. You could probably do them in a container, right? Like,
I would think.
Yeah, they're really easy. It's really easy. I highly recommend you get into garlic growing. Is anybody gonna do it?
The Crocker Homestead asks, have you ever thought about creating videos for others? Since you seem to be good at it. I have actually. That's one of the ways that we've been making an income. Just trying to do what we can here. And I have made videos for others. Usually like local businesses here in town. And I really enjoy doing the videos. I've really grown to love it. Like I enjoy editing. I enjoy all of it, like the filming, talking to people on camera, which I never thought I would be getting used to that. But I really enjoy it.
I don't enjoy it. I don't like being on camera. Filming is difficult for me because I guess I'm not as creative as he is in like different angles. I get frustrated with that, and I just want to just set the camera down and then turn it on and then film, and then it ends up being boring. Somebody asked a good question. If you listen to podcasts, you are a good podcast listener. He listens to a lot of podcasts. What podcasts do you listen to?
Usually it's like a woodworking podcast, modern maker podcast. Usually it's those type of podcasts, or like permaculture voices. I'm sure some of you guys listen to that one. Anything having to do with farming and making stuff, growing food and building things.
Are these shirts backwards, by the way? Like, because when we see them on the camera, they're backwards. Like the words are backwards. Oh, thank you, Lori. Somebody likes my videos. Yeah, I don't listen. I listen to some podcasts, mostly.
They're not backwards. Awesome.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are our shirts backwards? That was a funny question to ask.
Somebody asked how our store's doing. So if you don't know, we have a store we rent a space in town in Asheville at Atomic Furnishing and Design. And so we just sell things in there that we make. The stuff that we have, most of the stuff that we have on our website, you can find there, and just pretty much just make things and bring it to the store. And it has been amazing. It was very unexpected that we have a store in town, but we decided to do it. And yeah, Farm Life Outfitters, she posted the address. It's been great. I mean, it's been successful. I feel like it's been, I think this is the 4th month that we've been doing it. And not only are we selling our stuff, but we're also meeting people in the community.
And other artists that are also in the store as well. And it's so inspiring to be in there. Sometimes I'll just take Penelope in through that store just so we can get ideas on like how to create art here at the house.
Yeah, just other local artists are in there, and just meeting those people and just kind of connecting with them and like coming up, collaborating on stuff. And it's been really cool. It's been a really cool experience. we've also met some of our YouTube subscribers there.
Yes. So someone asked earlier if we were going to go anywhere and have like a meetup or anything, but that's been like a meetup place to meet people.
Yeah, people contacted us, and then, you know, we've met them there at the store, or sometimes I'll do like a custom piece. I'll make something custom for somebody and like, hey, I'll meet you at the store. And so it's been a good like meeting point with other people, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm always trying to come up with different ideas for the shop. I mean, lately it's been a lot of custom work, just kind of whatever people want, and being confident in myself that, yeah, I can build that. So that's key too.
Yeah. I think there's more questions if you scroll up.
Let's see. What else?
Not your shirts are not backwards. Thank you. So somebody grew garlic in a bucket. That's awesome. You can grow garlic. So if you don't know what to grow garlic.
Yeah. Collins Bountiful Acres. Love your vlogs. Thank you. Thank you so much. Favorite coffee? I mean, there's so many coffee shops here in Asheville. It's amazing. Anything, I like people who are small scale, who are doing it themselves,
Yeah.
Who are roasting their own coffee beans. You know, try to stay organic, and yeah, usually like local. Jerry grew some watermelon in a bucket. That's awesome.
Whoa. That is awesome.
Played with hugelkultur at all? No, I have not played with hugelkultur. I know what that is, but no, I haven't done that. I'm looking hopefully to do. I would love to do mushrooms. I had a friend just call me about wanting to do mushrooms, so I might be doing that hopefully soon.
Yeah. I want to do mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink mushroom tea. I don't think that's the kind of mushrooms we'll be growing, but I do like reishi and lion's mane. Those are my two favorite mushrooms. I drink that tea.
So Farm Life Outfitters and 1870s Homestead, they're our moderators today. And I want to give some much love to those guys and to those two. And thank you so much for being our moderators.
Those ladies.
Yeah, those ladies, sorry.
Rachel and Michelle. Go give them a follow. Too. Yeah. Well, yeah, they have husbands. Yeah. Go give them a follow. Someone asked if you did butcher blocks.
Yeah, I do butcher blocks.
Yeah.
Is that about trying to grow microgreens? Yeah, I would love to do microgreens. We've tried before, but I don't know. It just didn't work out. But yeah, I would love to do that. I'll do it. I'll do it one of these days. It will happen. Yeah, I appreciate, man. We appreciate all you guys. What do we have here? 115 people, 117. Man, this is awesome. Our first live here, guys.
I know. I'm so excited.
To be honest, we're a little bit nervous about it. I don't know.
I was nervous about it.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking, I think.
I thought nobody would come. Nobody would show up. It would just be
Mom
and you and some crickets.
We'll see you, Corey. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, we had 135 at one point. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, YouTube it's very different. Like I think having a YouTube channel, it's not something I think we had planned on when we were still in California, moving out here. I didn't ever think that YouTube was on the radar. But it's been great to meet people, and it gets us out of our comfort zones, because Jason and I are both introverts. Like, if he doesn't seem like it on camera, when he's filming, he doesn't seem like an introvert. But if you meet both of us somewhere in the grocery store, or you run into us somewhere, please stop us and say hello. Because we're probably like, oh, wow, that person probably doesn't know who we are. Or we won't like reach out and say hi because we're too shy. But if you do, we're your like best friend the next moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like one of those introverts that, like, once you meet us, you can't shake us off.
Microfarm starter. Yes. I remember you from Homesteaders of America.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
QBI, Faith, you have a wonderful, informative channel. Thank you.
Yes, Grandpa Jones, have you visited the Biltmore Estate yet? Yes, actually, we have a pass. And Penelope and I will do a lot of homeschooling days there. We try to get out there. It's difficult. We have one car, so yeah, we try to get out there as often as we can. There's a lot of hiking trails that Penelope and I can do. We'll meet up some other homeschooling families there that we really enjoy the Biltmore Estate.
Yeah.
We love that place.
What's your favorite YouTube channel? I think I don't know. I think for me anyways, like I don't have time really to watch YouTube. It's very difficult. It's weird. It's like you do YouTube, but like I don't have time to watch YouTube. And for me, it's mostly like I'll pop in on a video, or like people that we know that have a channel now. We'll pop in I'll pop in once in a while and just see what's going on, see what they're doing. Yeah. It's not so much like every night we're watching YouTube videos, because it's difficult, like just time. Right. In all fairness, though, I feel like all of the other YouTubers that we know around here, they don't watch YouTube either. Like, we just film and then we just throw it out there, and then we don't watch. I will sometimes look up cooking ones, but like if I need help with how to cook something. Yeah, anything specific. How to can, like how to, but I won't really like be a dedicated watcher. Penelope and I watch, actually, I can't say that we watch it all the time, but we do occasionally watch Jace Townsend and Son, or no, they just changed their name to Townsend's. It's a reenactment channel in I believe the 1800s, and reenactment with like food, like period clothing, and war reenactments. And it's a really beautifully done channel. I really like it. And so a lot of historical information there. And she likes watching it too, because they'll cook and they'll say this was what they ate, in the time. And so I love that channel. Yeah. So we'll watch that occasionally, but we don't really watch. We don't have a TV, so we don't really spend a whole lot of screen time. Right. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, YouTube has been it's just one of those things where if you want to do it, you just have to do it. And for us, it's just figuring out as we're doing it. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be super edited. I mean, we started just doing it from our phone. And if you see my very first YouTube video, it was like less than a minute of me pulling my first chicken coop. And I just set up my phone, and I think it was on a time lapse, and it was me fast, like moving a chicken coop. It was like I treated it like it was Instagram almost, where I just like, I'll just post it on YouTube, see what happens. And it started from there. Yeah, we've been doing YouTube for 2 years.
Since it's the jam. Hi, Allison. How, speaking of Penelope, so Smallwood wants to know, speaking of TV, how has Penelope reacted to not having one? I don't think it was weird because when we moved here, like we had a TV when we lived in California, but we didn't really watch a whole lot of it. And she was young. She was just 4 when we moved here. So we have so much to do. I don't think she realizes we don't have a TV. No. I don't know. We're so busy. Like, I don't think she realizes that we don't have a TV. And we have an iPad that we will watch. Like, if I need a cooking recipe from YouTube, I could watch that. Or if we need to have a movie, we could have a movie together. Well, because we have a laptop.
Yeah.
But we don't. Yeah, she hasn't really noticed.
What else we got here? The Sunshine Farm. We started ours like 3 months ago.
Sorry, we're just reading all the comments.
Yeah.
We haven't. It's hard because you look away for a second and then there's just like a few more comments.
Yeah, we have good internet here.
Yes, and that also was a key factor in like finding property here in North Carolina, because we didn't really know this at the time, but like, because we wanted Hot Springs or we wanted like way somewhere out in Marshall, and some of those places don't have internet at all, internet connection, or they don't have a good internet connection. So we were so thankful that we ended up here in Leicester, that the internet connection is good. It's
not too far out.
Yeah.
What's the best and worst parts of that single wide?
We do have a single wide, yeah. The best and worst parts. I would have to say I'm okay with the size. Like, I like the size. We're at 1,000 square feet. Sorry.
1,000 square feet.
1,000 square feet.
It's just a long box.
Yeah, I like the size. I don't care for the layout, but I like the size. I guess the worst part is it's old. Like, there's just things that fall apart sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
it just needs updating.
I like how it's like a box. I think that goes into like our minimal, simpler, streamlined look. I mean, I like the layout of it. What else?
Lori wants to know, does Penelope have a Barbie? She used to. Somebody bought her Barbies a long time ago for Christmas, and then she had like way too many toys. I'm gonna sound like a bad mom, but so I went. We were going through her things, and I noticed that she never played with them. She had them out occasionally, but she would mostly use like the car or the little tray of food or the brush or the accessories is what I'm trying to say. And she really likes calico critters right now. Like she's obsessed with calico critters. Like I think we're turning into calico critters to her. Like everything is calico critter land. So we ended up getting rid of the Barbies and then letting her go full force with calico critters. So yeah.
Thanks, guys. You guys like the wood stove that we installed? That was not easy. That was not easy install. That was the first time installing a wood stove. So it was pretty difficult. A lot of planning. I couldn't have done it by myself. Lorraine helped out a ton.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's pretty handy.
It took a lot of effort to put in that wood stove, and yeah, I'm happy with how it turned out. we're still trying to get used to it, like starting a fire.
Starting a fire is really hard. I struggle with that. I don't know why. I struggle. I have a really hard time starting the wood stove. But
when we're learning about like wood, and it needs
different types of wood.
It needs to be well dry. So we're still learning. Where did you get your meat birds from? So we get them from, they're Freedom Rangers, and we get them from freedomrangerhatchery.com. We really like the Freedom Rangers. I mean, we haven't really used any other bird. I mean, they're more of like a normal bird. They don't. I haven't had any issues with, like, you hear about like overeating and leg issues and heart attacks and just them just falling over because they eat so much, and we haven't had those issues at all. And that's why we raise those type of birds. We really like those.
Micro farm starter. It also helps to have a kindling pile. We collect sticks, and then any paper that we have here in the house that we do keep that for kindling. But I'm finding that the kindling burns up and then the wood is still left there. So I'm like, I'm doing something wrong. So we do have sticks that we collect from outside. Those are a huge help. And then every time we get an Amazon shipment, we burn the cardboard for kindling. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
We might try, we always do Freedom Rangers, but I was thinking of just trying the Cornish, and maybe just kind of doing my own comparison of the two. I don't know. I'm still debating on that one. How do you deal with predators? I don't know. I think we've just been lucky.
Yeah.
I think we haven't lost any birds.
We did lose one, but it was in one of our egg layers.
Well, yeah, that was because I left the chicken coop open.
Yeah, that's our fault.
So really, one chicken since we lived here was to a predator.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't have electrified portable fencing. We have a portable fencing, but it's not electrified. We don't have the charger for it. So I don't know. I think we've just kind of been lucky. But you know what I think helps, though, is we have a neighbor that has little dogs.
Yes.
I don't know, 3 of them. 3
brave little dogs.
Yeah, little dogs. And they'll come out to our place and make their rounds. It's like clockwork. They'll go around sniffing around. Mm-hmm. And so maybe that is helping us with predators.
Yeah, they're brave too. I think they're brave. They'll just bark at anything, and they'll leave our chickens alone, but they're good. They're good to have around. They also have a big dog too.
Yeah.
Someone said, she's farm, pine needles and pine cones. I've tried the dryer lint. I haven't tried any pine cones because we don't have any pine cones on our property, but we have some friends who have pine cones. But if you think that will be okay to put in a wood stove, thank you for that tip. I'll try it. Yeah. I'll try anything. And pine needles too. Sure, I would try that.
Farm alarm. Hey guys, welcome.
A little late. Yeah, I think somebody was asking. All right, I think we've answered all the questions.
Don't watch. Use the water from the creek.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we try to use that water that we have from the creek. I want to utilize it more. I would love to somehow pump the water out into our garden. But I don't know. But I think we're getting late here, guys.
Yeah, it's getting late.
I think it's about time.
We have some latecomers. Yeah, I think it's time to say goodnight.
Yeah.
It's late. But thank you all of you for joining us.
Yes,
we appreciate each one of you guys. And if we get together with some other YouTubers and plan out a meetup, we'll let you guys know about it. We would love to meet you guys in person, each of you guys, and maybe like a meetup here in North Carolina, or we'll see you at the Homesteaders of America conference. Another question popped up earlier. I guess I didn't hear if we're going to the Homesteaders of America conference. We plan on being there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Baker Creek Seeds in May.
Mm-hmm.
We plan on going to that. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys on our first live show.
Can we give another link to where to get our shirts? So we started this campaign for those of you who came in a little bit late. We have shirts available. If you want we're sitting down. If you want one of our shirts, says Sow the Land on it. We're so proud of them. I picked out the colors. You designed it. We will put up the link. Farm Life Outfitters put up the link right there.
It's a bonfire link. So we need to sell at least 5 of them, and then we could start printing them. If we don't sell 5, then nobody gets a shirt.
Yeah. So hopefully we get at least 5, and then you guys can wear our shirts. And then if you do get a shirt, take a picture, send it to us. We'll share it on our Instagram or something.
But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Shout out to our moderators, Farm Life Outfitters,
yes. Thank you,
1870s
Michelle.
Homestead.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone. Good night.
We'll see you.